Have you ever wanted to know about the future, love, dreams, money,
sex and bodies?
Well, then you're in luck because we read tarot cards.
And we do it seriously.
We know we're being funny, but it's real. Real magic.
We used to be an Instagram live show.
And then a live show in front of an audience.
Yay! And now, a podcast.
So sit back, relax, and trust the process.
Welcome to
The Tarot Show.
Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Wow, look around. We're on a podcast.
Oh, finally.
Finally. Here we are in our final form. Gosh, Hannah, look around. Look at all our new friends.
I know.
Yeah. You want to tell them a little bit about yourself? Say hi.
Yeah. Hi. My name is Hannah, and I'm a Sagittarius sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about being a Sag sun. What's that all about?
It means I live life for myself. I live out loud. I'm an independent thinker. I don't care.
I don't care. And how about that double Virg?
Well, that's interesting because what I said before about being a Sag is true. But then every night when I go to bed, I stare up at the ceiling and I think about everything wrong I've ever done and how can I be better and who have I let down? And then I say, that'll do, pig. And then close my eyes and go to sleep.
Calling yourself pig the last thing before you close your eyes. That'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig.
Oh, well, I like all parts of those.
Oh
I'm
my
not going to
God.
lie.
That's a very Cancer thing to say.
Yeah, because you're in your house, so that makes me happy.
Dickie, what's your deal?
Yeah, I'll tell you my deal. Hi, new friends and old friends. I am a Cancer sun. I am a Capricorn rising and a little witchy Pisces moon.
What's that all about?
Well, thank you for asking me. Let's see, the Cancer part, to set the scene a little bit for our listeners at home, which, side note, we'll have to figure out what to call our listeners.
Yes.
Setting the scene for our little witches and warlocks at home. You and I are sitting at our kitchen table right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're having Michelob Ultras, even though it's probably not an appropriate time. Well, it's 5 o'clock here in my heart. But talking about being a Cancer, the other day I was showing you a TikTok and then you were making coffee and then I let my TikTok feed continue to scroll through and you're already laughing because all of a sudden the TikTok came up and it goes, so why are Cancers so mean? And then you and I just started laughing so hard. And it was stitched and someone else was like, yeah, why is this so true? Well, I think the reason is that Cancers are very cliquey. I was like, it is true. The people I love are in and the people I don't, it's not that I don't love them. It's just I don't know them. Do you know what I mean? And I was laughing to you about how many parties we've thrown here and so many people I have, don't remember because I don't think I met them because I was talking to you.
Yes.
I was trying to make you laugh on the dance floor.
And you did.
And I did. And those are my memories.
And those are your people. Yeah, you're a family gal.
Yeah, that's true.
Your friends. I was joking that I'm like your newest friend.
I know. And
we live together. We've known each other almost a decade.
It's nice to have you in the fold, Han. I'm not going to lie. And you aren't wrong. And then let's see, Capricorn rising. I'll go quick on that one. I love a to-do list. Big fan of a to-do list every day. And then Pisces moon. There's a little bit of a poet to me and I know it. And I do think too there's a little bit of a witchy element too, where almost every ex-boyfriend I've ever had has been like, would you stop texting me when I say your name out loud? It creeps me out. Sorry.
I love it. You're like a little haunted doll.
Wow, I've never been more pleased in my life. What a beautiful little comparison for me. You call yourself a pig and me a haunted doll, Hannah.
It's true.
I do think we both have big haunted doll energy in this house. Living here together, kind of Miss Havisham style.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It is nice.
Well, yeah, so we're doing the Tarot Show podcast.
Yeah.
I think too, the goal of this thing is, we started the Tarot Show in the pandemic, you and I, because we were bored, I would say, and we would just hop on Instagram Live and read tarot for random friends, but we kind of consciously had sort of a pre-party vibe energy to it, you know, a lot of drinking, and then we would do Tarot Show After Dark, where we do a live but wouldn't post it. Yeah. And we get nasty. Yeah. And extra funny, I would say. Just a little extra funny.
A little more bitchy.
Yeah. That'll do. And then let's see, so then we did that like every Thursday night in the pandemic for like a while, and it was so funny. We'd have like a little bit of a following, you would say.
Yeah. Well, and then our friend Ellie Woods started Own, but it's the Ellie Woods Network.
EWN.
Yes. And she started this like little account that was basically like an Instagram Live network, and a bunch of people had shows.
My favorite show on that Instagram Live network was the turtles eating at lunch, where it would just be a bunch of turtles like eating lettuce.
Yeah.
And I would watch that thing religiously.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, no, not the big piece of lettuce. How are they going to take that down?
It ruled.
It did rule. But yeah, so we were on Own. And then there'd be even a little show before us called Cocktails with Colin.
Yes.
And it had boys on it, and we'd flirt with the boys too. And it was a gay old time.
Yeah, it was so fun.
And then pandemic ended, like I always said it would. And eternal optimist over here. I'm like, we're getting out of this. One more week. And we started doing a live show at UCB.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those that don't know us, Hannah and I have done stuff at the UCB. That's actually kind of how we met.
Yeah.
Been performing there forever on various teams and whatnot. And so then we pitched them, hey, our tarot show live at the UCB, and we've done it twice now and sold out and been awesome, and kind of has a little life of its own, I'd say.
Yeah, it's so fun. I think we say it's if a seance had a baby with a kegger.
Yes.
It's very fun and silly and stupid, but like we are good at tarot. We've been reading it for each other and for ourselves for years and years, and so
it was so fun to read it for strangers on Instagram.
Yes,
that was really eye-opening for me. But yeah, the haunted dolls are dolling on the UCB stage. And then we were like, yeah, let's take this to a podcast.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really great idea, and I'm really excited about it.
I'm really excited too. Hence why I keep saying, yeah. Sorry, if you're listening and you're like, who? Stop. I'm like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to stop. That's the Virgo.
I can't wait for us to go to bed tonight, and I'm going to be like, hey, happy thinking about the Tarot Show podcast.
You've embarrassed yourself again, you little pig.
No, my proudest moments. And they are.
Yes.
We're such a funny pair.
We really are.
I know. You couldn't write this stuff.
No.
So yeah, so that's kind of the history. But what we think we'll do with this podcast, and who knows, is, talk a little bit about, I think we might talk not just tarot show, but all kind of witchy stuff a little bit. Hannah, really, I am so impressed with how the astrology and birth chart and everything you have learned, the way you speak to me now. I feel like, when you live with a doctor and you're like, whoa, they're deep into the liver right now. I'm like, you're telling me about Pluto. Like, what's going on with Pluto?
Oh yeah, Pluto. I mean, first of all, thanks, Dick.
Hey, you're
Thanks
welcome
for noticing. That's how I feel every time you talk about cats. Like, actually, that's a male cat because you can tell by the jowls, and he probably is about 6 years old. You know the biography of like every cat who wanders through our yard, and it's very, it's your Pokemon, and it's very impressive. So I'm glad I'm finally bringing something to the table. But Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. And Pluto is what we call a generational planet because it's, on the outside of the solar system. It takes a lot longer to move through the signs. And it's a planet all about transformation. And, Pluto is Hades, the lord of the underworld. And
I actually did not know that.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And so it's like death, that whole vibe. And And now it's moved into Aquarius. So it's moved from this very like structured, rigid sign. And now it's moving into a more community focused, thinking outside the box kind of sign. And the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was the year of the French Revolution.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Off with her head.
Off with her head. Even though she was nice.
She was nice. She just wanted everyone to have cake, right?
Yeah. She was trying to let everyone have cake.
I remember that's what she said. She said, let them eat cake.
Yeah. Let them.
Let them. Look, they want to. Let them.
Also, wasn't she like 15?
Yeah.
Give the girl a break.
I love her. I'm not going to lie.
I do too.
Okay. Yeah. And so we'll talk a little bit of astrology stuff because we got our little, I'll throw in some cat stuff once in a blue moon. They feel shame. They just don't show it.
Kind of like you.
Wow. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I have a lot of black cat energy to me. And then I think too, we'll be reading cards. We might eventually have some guests on here.
Yeah.
We did set up a little phone line for people to come ask us questions, anon or not, just like Dumois. Anon, please.
Anon, please.
But is he going to call me back? And also to an email so people can email us.
Yes.
Should we say what those are now?
Yeah. So it's the Tarot Show 444 at gmail.com. Email us your questions, or
you can call us at 323
Hi Tarot.
Hi Tarot.
Hi Tarot.
How are you, Tarot?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the end you say bye Tarot and you hang up. So 323 Hi Tarot. And and so we'll kind of be reading cards for lots of people, but also ourselves. And I think what's fun about the podcast is we'll be able to actually track almost in real time if things work or not. Because that was part of the fun of the Instagram live show, was having people come back and be like, actually, you spooked me out. That was completely accurate. And we were like, oh, well, that spooks us too,
Yeah, especially because when you do so many readings, you don't always remember what you said, because you're just kind of like tapped into a thing. You're like, well, that's just what the card said. And then they're like, yep, exactly what you said is exactly what happened. And it's like, oh, damn.
Yeah,
that happened a lot, actually.
I know. And reading for ourselves a long time too, it's been funny to see how things, I think it's so much harder to read for yourself, like specific, which is why it's good when you and I do it together. But like when I've done readings for myself, like especially in the wake of like breakups and stuff, and I was like, oh, like I took them too personally.
Yeah.
Like I remember one was like pulling a lot of like the Hermit, and it was another teaching card. Oh, like the Seven of Pentacles. And I was like, great, he's happy and moved on to new things, he's working on something new. And then later he was like, no, I'm going to therapy for the first time. And I was like, oh, okay. Like you have to remove that ego part of yourself. But reading for others is so much easier because it's like you kind of almost have an objective connection to the cards in a way.
Definitely.
And then I think, is there anything else? Oh, I guess we'll just really have a good time and party and be funny.
Lord willing.
The look you just gave me. my confidence swing into the party, like, well, I guess we'll just blow this house down.
Yeah, totally.
Come on, Hannah, let's go.
Peas pants.
Get in, loser. We're going tarot show podcasting.
We're going divining.
Get in. We're going flipping cards.
Honestly, yeah, bitch.
The Michelob Ultras are hitting.
They are hitting. They're hitting good. Well, I guess we'll just jump into now kind of our ritual that we do pre-reading, pre-show.
Yes.
Where we first need to cleanse this space.
Yeah. Very good. We did get haunted in the middle of the pandemic too.
We did.
When we were being extra sloppy. When they were like, we can't make a vaccine. We got a little sloppy. And then, we did get haunted. So, we'll cleanse the space and we'll cleanse the deck. Well, we have multiple decks too, but now we've grown. And then we'll cleanse our bodies.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we get started?
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. I think you can just gently lay that microphone down. And Hannah, I will narrate for our little freaklings at home. For your freakettes, she is lighting some Palo Santo.
That is old.
Yes, I'm glad the speed with which you picked up that mic. Yes, she's had it for forever. And we have not bought new ones. And we will not buy new ones. Because, yep, there you go.
Because it's problematic.
Because it's problematic. And then, there you go. Cleanse the deck. Give it 3 around the deck. Mm-hmm. We like to do things in 3s.
Mm-hmm.
And directionally too. So to bring good energy and get rid of bad energy. And then I guess we'll cleanse our bodies.
Yeah.
And what Hannah is doing now is she's picking up a plastic bottle of Fireball, gently twisting the top off and pouring it ever so glug, 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 glug into our little beautiful shot glasses.
Spicy.
Spicy. That's a spicy Fireball. Yeah, dun 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 dun. Thank you. And you know what? My favorite thing you've ever brought home are those bitch 1 and bitch 2 shot glasses from Vegas that look like thing 1 and thing 2.
Yeah.
And how the paint's peeling off of them, and we still drink it, even though it's like actually poisoning our bodies. All right, well, Hannah, from the womb to the tomb.
That's nice.
Actually, that tastes nice. Hey, will you do your Billy Madison? That's nice.
That's nice.
Thank you for
You're
indulging me. Okay. So, hey, Hunk. Hunk is my black cat. He's just jumped up on my lap.
He's one of our producers.
He is our producer. He has a note. Hold on. Let me hear. Okay. He said, stop drinking and keep the show on track.
Okay.
So, the next thing we do is, I like this little intro I'm going to do. Blessings and curses. My sister gave me that little bell after our tarot show live.
It's so cute.
It's really beautiful. It's like a little gold etched bell. And gifts are my love language, so it means a lot to me. Anyways, blessings and curses.
Yeah.
Hannah, would you like to give us a blessing? And then after your blessing, we will light your candle.
Light the candle. Okay, so I want to bless.
Oh, I guess we should preface, because maybe some people don't know. We tend to do small, tiny blessings and curses. Mm-hmm. Do you want to explain why?
Well, because, it all has a price.
Yes.
And when you curse something, you have to be prepared for that energy to come back at you.
And it's like you and I are essentially at the table in Vegas, putting $1 down.
Yes.
And like, okay, red.
Yeah,
here we go. But yeah, so we like to just bless something a tiny bit and curse something a tiny bit.
Yep. Just to give it a little extra juice both ways.
A little rubber band snap across the universe.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
all right. So yeah, your blessing.
My blessing. Okay. I want to bless this man that I saw this morning.
I'm listening.
Well, when I was driving to get our Michelob Ultras, we live in LA in a part of town where there are lots of clubs.
Yeah.
And they like to leave their little markings
Club
around.
Town.
Club Town.
Club
Gangs.
Lake Town.
Talking about gangs. And so there's a lot of tagging. Some of it's cute, some of it's ugly, whatever.
There is some I like.
There's
it's
some
been
cuties.
fun to like have favorites.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. They can't hold him down. And I was driving past this morning, and there was like a big white, looks like a family, like Suburban with the hazards on. I'm like, oh, are they okay? And I'm driving past, and it's just like a dad looking guy covering over someone else's tags with his own tag.
Hell yeah.
At like 10:30 in the morning, broad daylight. And I was just like, I love the spirit of that.
I know exactly what you mean. Just like a little Saturday morning tag.
Yeah, like I think his kids were in the car.
You know what it is? It's like you don't grow out of it. Like it is who you are.
Yes. And,
I love that.
So yeah, I'm like rooting for him and his club.
Yeah.
And it's like, are they affiliated with the organized crime that tried to steal my car and catalytic converter a couple months ago? Probably. And I'm like kind of bummed that they didn't go through with it. I was rooting for them. So shout out to that guy.
All right. And Hannah is lighting here.
Oh yeah.
I put my mic up to the flame like you could hear it. Because I'm smart.
And then I ruined it and said, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no more yes.
I like your yes. Okay, my blessings. Funny enough, also car affiliated. We're definitely Californians. I wanted to bless the little spider living in the side mirror of my car because it's been nice to not drive alone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like, there's like a little cobwebby there. And I really was thinking the other day especially because driving, now I'm working, we have to do 4 days in office where I work at ABC Disney. And Bob Iger said, do it. I was like, I thought we loved each other. So I've been like stuck on the 5 a lot, just me and the spider, you know? And I was like, I kind of realized he feels like the Paul Walker to my Vin Diesel. Where like he's new, you know, and he's kind of a buster, and I'm kind of like, hey, but I'm happy to have him, you know. He's really grown on me. Yeah. And there's like a little bug in my car the other day, and I like tried to like kind of cut, like when we were obviously stopped traffic, tried to cup it and kind of push it into the spider web, and like, you know, like kind of like when you buy a drink for somebody. Yeah.
From across the bar.
Yeah. Or I guess to continue the metaphor, like when Dom sits down with a bucket of Coronas.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's talk about family. I want to know what family means to you. She said to a spider.
And then when the spider finally like blows away, it's gonna play the Wiz Khalifa song. It's flying over Burbank.
Oh my God.
It's been a long time without you, my friend.
And then it's like the rap part that comes over. Yeah, actually, I will be really affected when he leaves. We lived our life a quarter mile at a time. Okay. So blessings to that spider.
Blessings to that spider.
All right, Han.
That was such a good one.
Aw. I feel like we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Okay, Han. Curses, do you want me to go first or?
Up to you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go again.
Yeah. Go.
Okay.
And after her curse, for those that don't know, because we used to on the IG Live, we did have a picture. One of these days, we might have to figure out how to video ourselves.
Yes.
Mostly because we're hot, but also I said
to remind everyone.
But Hannah will blow out the candle to enact the curse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to curse Instagram targeted ads.
Oh, wow.
That keep showing me dresses that I like that cost $325.
Not even 300, but $325.
And then plus shipping and tax. And if you get a welcome code, it's usually only 10%, which is just the tax. What about me says that I can buy a $325 dress right now? And I get tricked every day. Every day I get tricked. I will click on it and it's like, oh, that's a brand I don't know before. Maybe. Nope. $325. Shit. Okay. And then, or it's like, oh, it's like a Lisa Says Ga dress. And I'm like, well, that might be a normal price. Sometimes they have normal price things. No. Every time they make a fool of me and I'm sick of it and I'm over it. Hunk, the cat has come over and he can sense my anger and I think he likes it.
Yeah. He wanted to be near that flame.
Just like, and also on the other side, don't target ads that's like a cute dress, but it's like clearly, as our friend Jess would call it, a gotcha bitch.
Yeah.
Where it's like it ships from Guam in 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's toddler sized.
Yeah. And it's been shrink wrapped. So it shows up in an envelope.
Yes. And it smells like plastic and like
what the world will smell like in 40 years.
Right. In the water wars.
In the water wars. If you take your mask off.
And only the rich, they'll have air bars.
Yeah, they're like, desert air.
Desert air. Oh, California, the jasmine air in the winter after it rains.
Yeah, and then your daughter will be like, why do I always get marketed the $325 air? I can't fucking afford that air. That's a really great curse. And and they've like pinpointed your style.
Yes.
Yeah. How would you describe your style?
I think it's like sort of minimalist, goth, ditz.
Ditzy.
Like if I felt better about my body, I would dress way sluttier.
I know. I've said that myself as well. I've copied you and said that. I think that what's funny about you is you love a black and you love a green and then you love a funny pattern.
Yes.
That is so completely true.
Yes, it's like a wink. It's kind of fun.
Yes.
But like I do fuck. But like I don't take myself so seriously. But also I think about death a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, just back and forth, tra la la.
So yeah, Instagram has my number on that.
Yeah,
But they don't.
which makes it feel intentional that they're like, if they know that much about you,
Yeah.
they should. They probably have accessed our bank accounts.
Yeah, they're bullying me.
Yeah, they're bullying. We should write a strongly worded letter
I will.
or curse. All right,
All right.
blow her out hand. I'll get you on the mic. Love that. Love that Foley.
Love it.
Is it Foley if you capture the real thing? Like,
Yeah.
is it just sound, right?
I
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is full. Well,
I'm probably misusing. I don't know if it's necessarily a verb
right.
or a noun.
Because I think
Or an
Foley,
adjective.
Foley artists like recreate a sound using a different.
Yeah, I feel like Foley was a company and you worked for Foley, Mr. Foley. And he was always like, ding dong, knock knock, clip clop, clip clop. All right.
All right.
My curse is,
Oh my God.
excellent curse, by the way, Han.
Thank you.
I would like to curse. And this is, I know we said we were just doing like pinch of salt kind of curses, but this one, I'm going to put a little bit of mustard on this
Oh,
one.
hell yeah.
I would really like to curse David Benioff and DB Weiss because I'm not over it.
The creator, the showrunners of the Game of Thrones.
Of Game of Thrones, who once they ran out of, acquired material, got to write their own ending and just farted on our screens for a long time and said, I know what Bran, the most powerful thing is stories. And I swear, the way you go to bed and you're like, that'll do, pig. I'm like, because stories. Like, I'm still, that is my Cancer energy. I'm still mad and I'll always be mad.
Get their asses.
Yeah.
Get them.
A little timely curse. In the year of our Lord 2023, I am pissed off about the end of Game of Thrones.
And you're climbing your way up the entertainment ladder.
My own
Your
Arya.
Arya.
At night. David Benioff. DB Weiss.
How dare they?
I just go through the writer's room to Game of Thrones. That's my list. But honestly, yes. How dare they?
How dare they?
How dare they? Also, yeah, if I'm climbing the corporate ladder so that one day I can be like, not enough justice has been extracted. Like, I know they had a Star Wars trilogy and that got canned in the wake of it, and I'm happy about that, but it's not enough. So I'd like to add my own little curse.
Yes, get them.
Get wax all over the microphone because I blow it so hard.
I got it.
That's my.
I love that.
Thank you. I know you feel the same way I do.
I do. And one of them gets to be married to Amanda Peet.
I know. Yeah, and we had to listen to, not to go on, but we had to listen to them in those like post HBO things where they're like, well, the reason that this character is doing something you hate is because we decided, what if they did something like that? And we were like, and it was like, shh, shh. Oh, okay, bye.
Cool. Thanks for the shitty book club at the end where it's like, well, Tyrion's conflicted because his dad is really mean, but he also wants him to love him. Wow. Thanks, guys. Just two idiots.
I know. The thing that you got to remember about Jon Snow is he's a bastard. And that informs his character. Okay. Well, I didn't forget. But thanks for the insight. You doobs. Little nib knobs just freaking chattering at me about a thing I loved that they like essentially like like when you take a, well, they did bad things to it. Let's just say that. All right, let's move on. I guess we'll get to the actual tarot reading.
Yeah.
Han, maybe I'll go first.
Okay.
I think that our little home has been dominated by the news that, Bob Iger, after saying, hey, come on in for a couple of days a week, also said we're going to cut 7,000 jobs. And, layoffs are coming at the end of April. And we did do a reading for this earlier that we did. And remind me, I think the cards that we pulled were Judgment, the Ace of Cups, and then was it Eight of Pentacles reversed?
Yes.
And we kind of read that at the time as like Judgment being rebirth, Ace of Cups being maybe a new emotional take on the thing, or an Eight of Cups reverse being like work and all that. And then we pulled a clarifying card that was the Six of what's the charity one? Six of Pentacles. Oh wait, no, oh, I'm getting confusing.
Wait, oh, maybe it was Six of Pentacles reversed.
Yeah, the charity, like
and being aware of angels unaware. People working behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, exactly. So we were kind of thinking, it might be time for a new era. It's how that all kind of came together. But I'd love to, that's been about a month. There's been a lot more going on. Just consult the cards and ask for an update maybe.
Yeah.
See what this next month and maybe the next 2 months are going to look like. But I don't think we do a lot of 3-card like readings for like the next couple months.
Yeah.
Which are really good. But maybe with just a general 3-card about layoffs and me.
Okay.
Because it'll be really funny if people, like in a year, you can go back and like listen to all the podcasts and someone can just jump ahead 4 podcasts and be like, this bitch get fired or
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right. Dickie, you want to cut that deck for me?
I do want to cut. All right. Thinking about it. Thinking about HR popping up in my inbox. Not manifesting, just thinking about it.
Thinking about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Gerbs.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
All right, you guys. Hannah,
Okay.
walk me through.
Okay. So we pulled Page of Swords reversed, and then the Fool, and then 9 of Swords reversed. So very interesting. These 2 swords, which are associated with air signs, which Aquarius is an air sign, if we're kind of talking about moving into the age of Aquarius.
That's true.
And then the Fool is it's actually technically card 0 of the major arcana, which is kind of like the overarching major themes of life. And looks like you're going to be on a new journey.
Yeah, looks like this first Page of Swords is cutting me loose.
We pulled Judgment earlier, so it's like Judgment Day comes.
Yes.
You do. It looks like you do get popped.
And then
You got that smoke.
I got that smoke. Yeah, it's definitely rising up. And I'm looking around like, what? Anyone else? No, just me. Also, the page being like kind of a lower level.
Yes,
because I myself am a lower level exec. Well, that's funny. And then this next card is the Fool.
right.
And we got this guy sort of tra-la-laing in a cute little, it looks to me like a house coat, like something I would wear around the house a lot when I don't have a job.
Yeah. But what I see is like a cute little Samantha pleat romper.
Oh, that is true.
One of the $325 things that are marketed to me. And it's really cute.
Right.
And
the little dog. And yeah, he's on the edge of a cliff, kind of sort of blissfully looking up to the sky. And the sun is in this card as well. And then 9 of Swords, we have a person waking up as if from a bad nightmare, hands to face, in his bed. And there are 9 swords above, almost as if they're on the wall. Sort of like when boys have hockey sticks in their room hung on the wall. And there's definitely like a big emotional vibe to that card. But we've always kind of thought of 9 of Swords as like it was just a nightmare,
yes,
in a way, and not necessarily like something scary is in the house, but more like you snapped out of your own thoughts. And I would say,
yes, it's definitely a card of like your like nightmares and your anxiety, because then the figure also the blanket on his bed is covered in roses and the different astrological signs. So it's like almost like he's enveloped by like the bigger picture. But he's like in his mind. Suffering. And also the 2 kind of sort of, no cards are really negative, but like the 2 kind of creepy cards in this are reversed. So it's not like just straight up bad. I think it's just going to be a little scary, but you are now cycling back to the Fool, and it's actually like the beginning of something
good.
Something good.
Yeah, I
and
think
you're free.
Yeah, and you're like, I wear what I wear. Like, it's like very casual, not business casual anymore. It's like very casual.
Yes.
I think it's kind of, what do you make of the fact that the fool is holding a rose and then there's all these roses on the blanket in the next card?
Interesting. I think maybe because it's like a white flower,
Mm-hmm.
if that's kind of like a almost like a surrender,
Yeah.
and because the fool's kind of about surrendering and just like going along with the journey, which is very also pretty at odds, I would say, with the Page of Swords. It's like, this is what I think, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it's like you just have to accept what's happening, and then if we're like moving forward and like the rose is blooming or changing colors to something more fruitful and tangible.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. It might not even be necessarily, because there are a lot harsher cards in the deck that would, I think, like a tower, maybe indicate like actual like catastrophic change coming. Like maybe the Page of Swords is really reversed because it's like reversed because it's not. It's new. It's a new thought journey that maybe is more of a decision.
Yeah.
As opposed to something that happened to me. Like maybe, because, you know, I've been talking a lot about like, it might be time to try to figure something else out. And maybe that is kind of what's happening in conjunction in something that is a little bit more of a completely brand new direction.
Yeah. You decide, yeah, it might be like you don't get laid off and then decide, I actually don't want to be here.
Right.
Should we pull like a guidance card?
Yeah, let's please. Oh, wow.
The 8 of Pentacles reversed again.
Yeah, again. Well, I definitely think it's like jobs. It's some sort of income thing.
Yes.
And it's, I think maybe too, if the guidance is just like keep working, you know, not everyone keeps saying business as usual, but also to think just like keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
You know, and keep doing all the things, like even the stuff that's maybe not the number one job, but like this.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, because it's reversed. So it's not, I think if it was upright, it would be more like just keep your head down and keep working.
Right.
And this is like keep working, but like you said,
yeah,
all the things.
Yeah, like your underground club.
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing we're starting this podcast. I guess we have to start a Patreon now.
Yeah, you guys, can you send us $50? Please. I really like my house.
I really like my house. I know. Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see. We definitely going to see, but something's definitely happening.
Yeah, there's a shakeup.
There's
but
definitely
it's not
a big
catastrophic. You're going to land on your feet.
I honestly, it's odd, but this 9 of Swords reverse is actually very comforting.
Yeah.
I think also too, maybe it is even if it stays there, maybe like somehow last time we went through shakeups, it was for the best. I got put on the comedy team. That was the best thing that's ever happened to me. So maybe it will be you know, how you and I talk about waking up and being like, something amazing is going to happen to me today.
Yes.
Maybe it will be kind of like a end of all of this anxiety and stuff in a good way. All right. I guess I just have to trust.
Yeah. Trust the process.
Trust the process. Close my eyes. Lie down. Say, that'll do, pig.
And then have bad dreams until you have to wake up and go to work.
Can't wait. Yay!
Okay, so maybe
Yeah. All right. So, do you want a reading for you, Han?
Yeah, I think.
What's on your mind?
You know what? I'll just take. I kind of want just like a general, like. I kind of want to like maybe like just a 3-card spread for like the month ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on this
Just
next
a
month.
general thing, because folks, I'm just trucking. I don't know what I'm doing.
Speak on that, Hannah.
You know, for work, I'm doing some freelance copywriting. I'm like nannying and catering. I'm like piecing it all together, and that's fine. But it's like, I don't know. What's next? What am I going to do?
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like you and I are both kind of coming up. This Aquarius and a Pluto stuff is really legit because we're both coming up into like, it feels like the fool on that cliff. Like you're at the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
All right, Han, you want to give her a cut?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. Have I ever told you how I like to pull with my left hand?
No.
It's just a funny little superstition I've developed because I feel like it's closer to my heart.
Oh,
Isn't that funny?
that is funny.
I just got that in my head like so long ago, and I've never said that out loud. But now that we're podcasting, it makes sense to
Wow.
say something like that.
Yeah, I guess I never noticed fully.
And I am right-handed. I'm not a southpaw, so
No.
it's kind of funny. Oh, look at these, Han.
Oh, wow.
Some of your favorite
classics.
cards pulling up. You love this card. All right.
Yeah.
So for the little nimnobs at home, for our showrunners at home, the ones of the shows I love, we pulled the Magician upright, then Knight of Cups reversey, and then Nine of Wands reversey. And so the Magician depicts literally like a sort of magical figure holding a wand up with an infinity symbol above him. Lots of roses in this picture with a cup. There's like one of each thing on the table in front of him of the types of cards, like a pentacle, a cup, a sword, and a wand. And he's kind of like doing like a little dance movie, pointing down to the ground, one arm raised up. A very fun figure. Then the Knight of Cups, we have a knight in armor holding a cup on a, it looks to me like, is Atreyu the horse from Neverending Story? Yeah. Because he's like, Atreyu.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That kind of like really beautiful white horse that's not moving fast. He's going slow, about to cross a river. And then, Hannah, do you want to describe the Nine of Wands since you love this card so much?
The Nine of Wands shows a man, looks like he's been through some shit. His head is bandaged and he has all these like wands kind of set up as like a little fence behind him, and he's holding one. Beleaguered is the word I use for him.
He's tired.
He's tired.
This is every time you come home and I'm like, how was it? And you go, I tie. I tired. And he's wearing green little boots like you would.
Oh, I would wear those boots.
I know you would. But yeah, he's bandaged around the head. He's taken some hits.
Yeah, he's weary. He's weary and he's wary, I would say.
Yeah. I would also say. So I think this is interesting. So Magician, I think too, speaks to a lot of the inherent sort of manifesting power that might be within you these days. I think your ability to start something new. I mean, it's funny. It's like, a lot of this does really feel podcasty, and granted we're doing it. And I think our cards too, this deck is like famously pretty funny and likes to be kind of winky. And so Hunk is trying to crawl into your armpit right now.
Hi.
I know. He's very in tune to you. It's very funny.
I know, he's giving me little kisses.
I know, he's a sweetheart. Even though he's not, he's actually a mean little alpha cat. Which is why I love him. He's my password cat. Just letting everyone know. But then I think Knight of Cups, we usually associate that with like sort of like flirty text messages and a little bit of a flirty energy to me.
Yeah.
Usually when we pull this a lot around parties and stuff, where it's sort of like
Interesting.
people showing up. I wonder, especially to reversed, like, I don't want to say someone from the past, but maybe just that era where you and I used to kind of go out.
Yeah.
Maybe being a little bit revived.
Mm-hmm. And I think too, paired with this Nine of Wands, I'm a little like, I am, I think on the Kinsey scale, I'm pretty straight. But
Just truly like admitting that it's such an embarrassing fact.
it's so unevolved. I have like 4 huge wisdom teeth and I'm straight. Like, it's so embarrassing. But I'm trying. I'm like, oh, could I be into women? And it's like, I definitely appreciate women.
Yeah.
And I think like there's been times where I've like, I could have a crush on that person, but just can't really go past that. So I do date men, but I'm scared. They're scary to me. No offense, but you guys are scary. You're our number one predator and you scare me. And I've just
And you have been hit round the head.
Oh my God. I've been bonked so many fucking times. And someone, I did get a cheeky little DM from that guy from Halloween.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh, he was so hot.
He's hot and like cute and fun, and didn't hear from him. And then he DMs me out of the blue, and then we text, and he's like, and it's clear that he's like drunk. And I was like, want to come over? And I'm like,
Knight of Cups.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, well, let's get a drink. I'm like, totally. Never. Haven't heard from him. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I wasn't even thinking about you. Why
And
did
now-
you? And now you're like, hi. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And then nothing.
It does make you wonder why.
Why?
Why? Why?
Why?
Why
Why?
would you do this to me?
Leave me alone.
And why then? Why now?
Yeah.
It's fascinating. I wonder if you will hear from him again.
I'm sure I will in like 6 months. Yeah, but
Start the clock.
And it's like, it's not even like I'm like hurt or sad. I'm just a
Right.
little like, don't waste my time.
Well, especially when you're that hot. That's tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough. I also think too, it might just be a little bit, he might be the beginning of like an era.
I like that.
Do you know what I mean? I think like he's sort of the first one.
It's like a make out Harold.
Yes.
I just want to make out with someone.
I know.
Kiss me. I just want to kiss.
Pick me.
Pick me.
Kiss
I'm a
me.
kiss me girl.
I want to be a kiss me
I
girl.
want to be a kiss me girl.
Kiss me girls are cute.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I feel like, it's sort of like things come in threes too in that weird way. I think maybe you might get bonked. It'll be another. I mean, there are a lot of little bonkers in your past. I'm gonna start calling our readers, our listeners, bonkers.
Bonkers.
Our little bonkers. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I just kind of have to have my guard up a little bit. I can't get bonked like I've been getting bonked these past few years.
Well, I think the magician, especially coming first, is telling you it's time to really decide what it is that you want and somehow make that happen on like a deeper level. Do you know what I mean? Because you have voiced to me wanting to kind of like not change tactics, but just sort of not like go out with tall, hot, mean men
right.
so much
I know.
anymore. But the tall, hot, mean ones really like you.
I know. Well, I did try to date a not tall.
You did.
He was hot, but he wasn't tall or mean.
Right.
And I thought, I was like, I'm doing such a good job. But it's okay. We're learning. We're living. We're laughing.
And we're learning.
And we're learning and
well,
living. Wait.
maybe
Live, laugh, learn.
I'm going to put that on our wall. I'll be the first one to do it. Live, laugh, learn. I think that thing you said about evolved, it's like, it's not about, oh, don't date someone you're not attracted to or that, but someone that's done as much work as you have, maybe that kind of is maybe a little bit more aware, maybe a magician in himself in a way.
Yes. Oh, it's funny too that we both you got the Fool, I got the Magician, because the
I know.
Magician comes right after the Fool.
Yeah.
And it's like these new mindsets.
Now there she is.
Because like also the Magician has a little infinity sign over his head, which is about your higher self and how like your thoughts create your reality. It's like your thoughts cast spells. And I feel like that's very much where you're at.
Yeah.
You're in a new era and I'm in a new era and I'm not going to get bonked. I mean, I might get bonked, but like, let's try a different way.
Yeah. And I think, I think that's the thing. I think, or maybe you do the bonking for once.
Ooh.
There's something. Hello.
Oh, okay.
Put a little staff in your hand. That's what the Magician is doing with his raised arm. He's about to bonk.
Bonk.
Like a whack-a-mole. Yeah. Funny that you have, and I have these reverse cards too, because I do think what both sort of readings are saying is that it's definitely happening and it's time to get your mind right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, we have to get kind of in fighting shape.
Yeah, because like you and I are both going back into our arenas of battle, which for me, my little Cap rising, it's always about work for me. And I think too, you've been expressing a lot about like wanting to be back in the saddle in a way, back in the saddle in like gladiator times. I mean, where you're like, get me in there. Are you not entertained?
Are you not wanting to kiss me?
Are you not kissing me?
Real question.
Real question. Random question.
Yeah.
Do you think you would date Russell Crowe now?
Yeah. Date. Marry? I don't know.
No.
Go on a date? Go to Spago? Go to Craig's with him?
Go to Craig's. Because there's something about, he's obviously got horrible things in his past and whatnot, but like didn't he throw a phone? I confuse him with Mel Gibson sometimes.
I thought
but
that was Christian Bale.
they're all throwing
They're
phones.
all throwing phones.
But like, he's been popping up in my feed so much. And I think because Gladiator 2 is about to kind of come out. And it's just so funny because I look at him and I'm like, he scares me. But also, you know, when you realize like someone is so rich and successful, and he definitely has stories from around the world, and I am kind of like, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Give him a chance. One date. Come on, Dickie.
All right, I'll let Russell Crowe in the door.
Just give him a chance.
Give Russ a chance.
Give Russ a chance.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like you would obviously definitely date him back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like a major superstar, and that movie rules.
Yeah, the movie's so good.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott in his bag.
In his bag.
He snapped with that one.
You know why I think he snapped with Gladiator?
He snapped with Gladiator. The girlies, your Michael Manns, your James Camerons, shaking, crying, throwing up.
I guess you could say he was the legend. He was the moment. How does it go?
Yeah.
How does when you do it? She is.
I mean, he definitely is that girl. She's a moment. Wait, no, she's a legend. She's an icon.
And she is the moment.
Now. Come on.
Okay, I'm glad we figured that out.
Yes.
You know what? I'm thinking maybe we do one last little read.
Love it.
Before we wrap her up. And maybe just, I feel like both of those readings are really saying, like, kind of pointing to the tarot show itself. Maybe we do a little reading for the tarot.
Yeah, let's do a reading for the birth of the tarot show.
The Terry show.
See what the cards have to say.
Yeah.
Our tarot deck named Terry.
Terry.
All right, Terry's.
Fun fact, my sister, when she was growing up, her best friend was a guy named Terry. No, it was not a guy named Terry. Her best friend had a random name. I forget what his name was. And the reason I forget is because his parents were named Larry and Terry, and their last name was Dusenberry. So anytime someone says Terry, I always think Larry and Terry Dusenberry. I forget that kid's name. It was like, I don't remember his name. I'll have to ask Kels. Like, what was your friend's name in high school?
Of course, Kelsey was friends with
Some
a kid named Terry.
Okay,
Cut that deck.
I'm cutting her.
Should we do a 3 card?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Should we do like 3 card and a guidance?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
For guidance for how to do the show.
Because we do like 4s as well.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh. Cool.
Fascinating.
Okay.
All right. Let our little tchotchkes know what's going on.
Yes. All right, tear hose. No, God. So first we pulled 10 of Wands reversed, which pictures a man holding a bunch of these, big wooden staffs, and it's a little cumbersome. It's hard work. So this to me feels like we got to put in some work.
We got to do the thing.
Yeah, but it's reversed, so I don't think it's like as crazy. It's just like, don't lose sight. You got to do the work.
Yeah, just honestly follow through.
Mm-hmm. And then we pulled 8 of Pentacles, which we pulled for Dickie.
Yeah.
Just now.
She keeps coming back.
Yep. We just affirming that we got to just.
Yeah, maybe it's also about paying attention to the small stuff. Like you and I do this a lot as a lark, and maybe we should really like set up a little like tiny Patreon thing and like continue to make sure the show, maybe try to do the show more than just on holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe lean in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take it a little more seriously.
Yeah. Wow.
Treat it like our jobs.
Okay. I guess we're committing in this moment.
Sagittarius got scared.
Yeah.
Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop.
Cap Rising went, okay. Like clicked in. Like right when you're in the rocket before it takes off and you're like, Houston, go. Okay. And then 9 of Cups.
Oh my God. I love this card.
This card is great. A nice little balance too from that 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands, right?
Yes.
Now we get 9 of Cups.
Yeah, it's like kind of a wish fulfillment card. There's a man in a robe who looks like John Travolta.
Yes.
Looking very satisfied, sitting, and on the table behind him are 9 cups.
Sort of elevated on this like blue sort of fabric. And I would say too, he's got like sort of a little smile on his face that is like part of his very John Travolta vibe. And there's something about this card that does mean wishes come true.
Yeah.
And I think too, it means not in a tricky way, but like you really do get your heart's desire.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Cool.
Wow. And then our guidance card.
It's the Hierophant reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Hierophant is like almost like a religious figure. It's about like structure, and
he reminds me of the young Pope.
Oh my God, yes.
And because he's got a big old crown on his head, but definitely a big red robe, and holding a staff of sorts. There's like cross keys at his feet, and then these two little monks, which I've never really noticed before.
Yeah, it's like almost like disciples or
Yeah,
followers or our listeners.
Wow,
You're our little young popes.
our young popes. This quest to find out what we're going to call them is my new favorite thing. All right, young popes.
Okay, young popes.
The young pope army.
Let's see. I have notes on the Hierophant.
I know. I love your little notebook.
Let's see. Seeking the sacred, spiritual epiphanies, prayer, and asking for what you need.
Oh, dang. You know what else it feels to me like? You know, if you're going to take it seriously, I think it's not just taking seriously, like getting our little log lines for shows up correctly and all that stuff, but like also like remembering that what we're doing is, for lack of a better term, magic. And sort of appreciating kind of the undercurrents of everything happening, and not just, you know, like when we got haunted, like taking that part seriously too, and like giving it the reverence that it deserves.
Yes.
Even though we're definitely like, my cheeks are a little flushed from the Club Ultra and Fireball. And I definitely asked if we would date Russell Crowe now. But also at the same time, you know, I think maybe too, we can really help some people.
Yes. I think that is a good thing to emphasize, is that even though it's like we're having fun and making jokes, it is very satisfying when we give someone a reading and it gives them even just an ounce of like comfort.
Oh my God.
Or like a little like nudge to be like, things work out. You're going to be okay. Or even if the worst case scenario happens, like it's okay.
Yeah. And that actually sometimes, which is sort of my life philosophy, which I think all of these readings really did, kind of the heart of them is, how do you make something bad be the best thing that ever happened to you? And like, that's like kind of our life's mission. And that is a lot of the readings sometimes are like, okay, yeah, like especially too when you and I have seen, we've had readings come where, especially relationship ones, where you're sort of like, you're kind of like subtly trying to be like, get out, get out.
Yes.
Get out. Leave.
Get on plane.
Run.
Yes.
Get on a plane.
Get on the airplane.
Get on the airplane. But like, you know, being like, okay, like what is the truth for you, and how do you find that? And anytime you're a little closer to your truth, I think you're better off by far.
Well, I think we've done that for each other, like even not tarot related, or like you've definitely done that for me, where I'm going through shit and you, not in an annoying way at all, but like in a very like supportive way, like help me reframe.
You do that for me all the time. My favorite thing that you like to scream at me is like, you should text them. And I'm like, why? I'm dead to them. And then the next day I have to come in and be like, well, I texted them and we talked for hours. You were correct. You were right. Played my own little game.
Yes.
I think too, honestly, Han, like that is the other thing. Like some of the feedback, our friend Oscar Montoya was our guest. It's so wonderful in our last little live show at UCB. And he was talking about how special the show was afterwards, which meant so much to me.
Yeah.
Talking both about how it's like kind of the new midnight show. Like it's got a real vibe. It's got it's sort of bringing life back a little bit. And like it's different and new, and it's definitely us. But the way he was talking about, it's because, and I had taken this for granted, our relationship that we bring to the stage, which is like, who else has lived with someone also that we went through the pandemic together and found this together. But like our friendship is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, sexy, beautiful.
Crazy, sexy, beautiful.
Crazy good.
Crazy, stupid love.
Crazy, stupid love.
Crazy town.
Crazy. Butterfly. Come, my lady. Well, yeah. Okay. So I guess it's us. It's saying believe.
Yes.
And it's saying you have your believers.
We have our believers.
Well, you guys, I'm really excited to take this journey. I'm glad that the cards are I do think that that's what they're saying is go and let's do it and let's have fun and let's party and let's party seriously.
Yes. We want to party with you.
Please party with us.
If you're listening, I want to party with you.
Pick me. Kiss me. Party with me.
Yeah, so you should email us. If you don't know what to say or do, just be like, and if you want to be anonymous too, call or email us and just say anon, please. And say like, I want some guidance for like, you could do breakup, job, health, family stuff. But you could also be like, what is that? Do I need advice for like the next month? Or like, what's my year looking like? It can be as broad or as specific as you want, and we'll hone it in and do our best.
Yeah. And I think too, one of the other things we've talked about is how like we know we're asking people to be vulnerable a little bit when they, talking about things that they want or need, or it's also the best way to honestly, it's my favorite like sort of party game because it does really get at to like what is bothering you, what's on your mind. And it's why I love readings the most. Ooh, I love them so much, especially for myself, but for everybody else too. But I promise you, our believers, that we will be always more vulnerable in the name of good hosting than even you. So like we're serious here. We love you. And I think we're going to be with you and you're going to be with us. I guess thanks for that. And I guess they'll be with us, you could say,
from the womb to the tomb.
Oh my God. We'll have to cheers again. From the womb to the tomb.
Mm-hmm.
Nighty night.